So, it wasn't the most eventful transfer window episode, but since then, it's been pretty damn eventful. We'll catch you all up with all the transfers. We've got two big games, Dinamo and then Celtic in the Champions League. Roll the intro. Hello and welcome back to the NK Zagreb save. We are NK Zagreb. That's why it's called the NK Zagreb save. Command and conquer as we go and try and dominate European football. We are first in the league. We're playing second in the league, which is Dinamo. And it's been a very, very, very good start to the division. 3 wins from 3, 7 goals scored, 0 conceded, possibly maybe 1. 9 points in the bag. We are the only team with a perfect record. Rijeka, for some reason, have already played 4 games. We're already starting domination. But you're not really worried about that, are you? You're probably more interested. Dave, what's the transfer news? Much happened? Well, yes, if we go and look at the transfer history. So, we bought in Luciano Vera. There's no ins. Obviously, there's no ins. I don't spend money. That's not what I do. Luciano Vera joined. We saw that in the last episode. Good, decent left back to bring in, although he's right-footed. On the outs, I don't really remember where we got to last time. I think it was Santiago Ledesma, who we saw go out on loan to SK Polten in Austria. David Rogers, who I was saying, I just don't think he's ever going to really be any good. Milan think he's going to be quite good, and apparently so do my board, because they're really pissed off that we sold him. 500k we got for him, and we bought him on a free. I think it's fine. Didn't even really score goals in Slovenia, so I don't think we're ever going to see him in a Milan shirt, to be honest. Ibrahim Asare, remember? Not last episode, the episode before, when I said, God, we've got too many strikers. Yeah, we're making efforts to get rid of them. I mean, Ibrahim Asare, again, didn't do brilliantly and well out on loan at Austria, but Strasbourg in Liga have taken a chance on him. He played 2 games for us, was never very good. 67k we bought him for, sold him for 650, potentially up to 975, so again, some good money in. Zlatko Ramic, our ever-present left-back, has left. Rude's got themselves a very good bargain for 15k, but was nowhere near our first team anymore, so off he goes. To pastures new in Croatia, and then a few other loans have gone as well. The big news, I've had a massive 360 spin on Mateo Cabrera, or a 180 spin I should say, because 360 would have me pointing in the same direction. Cabrera's going to stay, I've decided, unless someone pays his 2.5 million release clause. Rosenborg actually made an offer of 2.5 million, but they wanted us to pay 2k of his wages, which means the deal didn't get accepted automatically. I accepted it, let it go through to contract. They offered him a contract, he accepted the contract, and then I cancelled the deal. Because I realised he's only 23, and these physicals are ridiculously good. Pace, fitness, balance, agility, acceleration, and dribbling. He's really good. He is really good. Like, I was sitting and I was deliberating this for about 20 minutes over whether to accept this bid, and Rosenborg were also playing Celtic in the knockouts, and I've thought that if we sold him to Rosenborg, then it's more than likely Rosenborg will beat Celtic, and then Cabrera would knock me out of getting to the group stage. So that's one of the reasons why I kept him. However, we're also keeping him because Mate's off. 10 million PSG, he won't reject their contract, he's going to be going. These clubs, they've all been sort of teetering on the edge. I didn't know whether to keep him until deadline day and try and force a big deal, but I've just won him out. He's just miserable, he's moaning. He's called a wonder kid. We've also got Henry Valencia, which is a wonder kid as well. He's now become a wonder kid, which is great. No interest in him yet, but he probably will get a bit more game time now he's listed as a wonder child, which is good. But yeah, it's all been very interesting. We're trying to, and Nkolo is going to be going out on loan because, well, hopefully, because he's okay, he's good, he's got decent potential, but he's not going to be very good. Like all these people, look, doesn't make sense. This doesn't want to see Gautier Métier leave. However, has happy with his manager's treatment of Gautier Métier. And all I've done is offer him out on loan, so they clearly don't care if he goes. But I think we're going to have a bit of a revolt on our hands, so there could well be. I'm also trying to sell Pena, however you pronounce that. Pena, I'm going to say, because I'm pretty sure that's what the surname was of the guy that was in Narcos, who was Pena. So we'll call him Pena. In fact, we're just going to nickname him Agent Pena. That's what he's going to be called, because that's what the guy in Narcos was called. Agent Pena. There you go. You get a nickname, even though hopefully you're not going to be around for very long. Even if we loan him out, I'll send him out on loan. Yeah, I'd rather have... To be honest, I'd rather go and spend some money and buy a really big name striker, if that's what we've got to do. So, I mean, I'm very happy with how our squad looks. We're never going to win the Champions League with this squad. That's a given. We're never going to win the Champions League with this squad. But it's a good enough squad for us to dominate Croatia, build up some cash balance, get to the new stadium, because that's something I really want to do as well, which, you know, there's no more news on it just yet. Let's see, can we request anything? The board always say yes to this. Yeah, there you go. What else can we do? Networking, personal, no. Finance, give me some more money. Why not? Why not increase the wage budget? Let's increase the wage budget, please. After all I've done for this club, raising its profile. Oh, okay. They're not going for it this time. I mean, I have got a lot of wage budget left, so good. The data facilities will be upgraded. Yeah, we've got a good team. We've got a good team. Agent Pena can he can bugger off. Go to the under-19s. I'm not fussed about you. So once we sell Mite, or Mighty, or Gautier Mite, this is another reason why we've got to leave him, because I can't pronounce his name. We've got Mohamedi, Cabrera, Peritin and Zahovic that can play up front, which are all fine. Cabrera and Mohamedi will be the main two that get games. Mohamedi has been weirdly average whenever he's played, and I'm wondering if we cash it on him as well, just to rip the squad to pieces. Attacking midfield, Gronley and Krizmanic will be there with Guigon as well, who's actually started the season quite well in attacking midfield, so I'm happy with that. Left wing, Alberto and Knezovic. Not too sure how happy Knezovic is going to be, because he thinks I'm already starting to phase him out of the team, which I am. Right midfield, we have Arejo and Chris Laughlin, which is fine. In the midfield spots, we have Josh Da Silva, who's getting a lot of praise in the comments. You guys seem to love him. Arejo, Stovac and Valencia, which is a few options in there. Left back, we have Vera and Da Silva, so I might bring in another left back. Right back, Stionic and Hrvoje. I'm still looking for a new right back, but there's not a lot out there. And then centre backs, we have Velisanovic, So, Napoli and Tuanzebe. And then the two goalkeepers are Mosquera and Mina, which is a good two options to have. Now, Veselinovic, I've been trying, and he's in. He's keen. He only wants £6 a week this time. We can give you that little pay rise. Minimum fee release clause of £10 million, and for that, we'll give you 6.5. But we won't give you a yearly pay rise, because I don't do yearly pay rises. You're happy with that? Finalised deal. Bosh. Good. That will keep a very good centre-back at the club for a very long time, which is very, very nice. So, let's look at the schedule. This is how it started so far, the season. We have beaten Rijeka 2-0. We beat Inter Zapreski 1-0. They got 2 men sent off, which was just ridiculous. Rijeka, Alberto scored in his debut, and Tuanzebe scored when he came on. Or, sorry, from centre-back. Thiago Arejo scored as well, which was nice against Inter Zapreski. And then we just smashed Osijek 4-0. Davor Stoyak got his first goal for the club. Alberto scored again. Cabrera then scored after I brought him on as a sub, which sort of made me realise how much of a difference he makes, so that's why we're keeping him. And Parfait Guigon scored in the 92nd minute. So we're in good form going into play Dinamo, and then we've got Celtic in the first leg of the Champions Cup, Champions Playoff, or the Champions League Playoff. I should really get the full name patch, but it's a bit late now, isn't it? We're all used to what it's being called. But yeah, it's great. Also, thank you everyone to leave comments and everything on the transfer window episode. Sorry it wasn't quite as eventful and as well planned out as the last one. I sort of realised that we're not going to need to make loads of changes to the team, so there was no need to drag the transfer window out. I mean, it still was a good few episodes in my mind, because we went through what we thought we needed, players that we're looking at and things like that. But overall, yeah, it's interesting. Now, we'll talk about Celtic when we get to the game. Let's go and play Dinamo first and get this Dinamo Zagreb, NK Zagreb derby out the way. This is how we're going to line up. Mina in goal, Stojanic, Tuanzebe, Veselinovic and Vera at the back. Mikel Arejo and Stoyak in the middle. Thiago Arejo, Guigon, Alberto sitting behind Cabrera. And on the bench we have Mosquera, Napoli, Gronley, Zahovic, Hrvoje, Valencia and Mohamedi as the striker. Let's get into the game. So if we get a lead and we're getting towards the last 20-25 minutes, we can switch up to a holding midfield formation, bring on Valencia and look to shore it up a little bit. So Chera is the guy that always scores against us. No doubt he'll score again today. They're lining up in a 4-2-1-2-1 with all regens apart from Chera. So we're getting into that era now of Football Manager where most real players just do not exist. I agree with you, Marco Toss, so you can go and do all of that. We'll let you do the opposition instructions as well. Let's get into the tunnel and into the game. No more messing around. We are top of the table. Dynamo are second. If we win this game, we'll already have a very good lead at the top of the table. They're a little bit tired, which means they've obviously been playing their Europa League or Champions League qualifying. We'll go and check how the other teams from Croatia are getting on in the European competitions. It was pointed out that, you know, if they keep performing as they do, we're definitely going to need to start progressing or get to like the knockout stage after the group stage every year so that our coefficient stays at the right level and we get that automatic group stage spot consistently, because that then always just puts your coefficient up higher anyway, which is good. 25 minutes in, 0-0, literally nothing happened. We're inspired, they're focused. Which one's going to win the battle of the mental attributes? And Bakako shoots Mina with a good save. Is that a penalty? I think it's going to be a penalty against Tuanzebe. There was a coming together. It is a penalty. Crap. So the focus is better than being inspired, apparently. Chera, saved by Mina. Yes, son. Get in there. And Thiago Arejo picks it up. Great save from Mina in goal. Let's ask them to do a little bit more. Good, we're both focused now. No, we're focused and they're slightly motivated, slightly nervous. Good penalty save. Cabrera, don't let me down. I've just been praising you and saying why we're keeping you around. Guigon over the free kick, swings it in back post. Is that a penalty? The referees point to the spot. Tuanzebe gives a penalty away and then wins a penalty for NK Zagreb. And now is it going to be the new left winger, Alberto, for his third goal of the season? Oh, sticks it in the side netting, left-footed. Wonderful stuff. His third goal of the season, 2 penalties. It looks like we finally actually got someone with a very good penalty-taking stat in the team. Look at that for a penalty. Unsavable into the side netting. 1-0 NK Zagreb. We'll give him a quick praise just to say we're happy. So Tuanzebe, given away a penalty, won a penalty, picked up an injury. If he gets a yellow card, then I'd say he's got the hat-trick, but that would be 4 things. Just need him to score, really. So penalty for them on the half-hour mark was saved by Mina really well, and a penalty for us was scored by Alberto. But other than that, it's been pretty even. I think, yeah, we just need to keep telling them to do it for the fans. But I am just then going to take over the individual team talks and do them as settings. Settings? That's not the right word. Do them as group sessions with the relevant players. We'll keep the team as it is at the moment. But as I said, I think we will possibly go into the holding midfield position and bring on Valencia for a bit more stability. And we'll keep an eye on Tuanzebe's injured knee. Could be a twisted knee. Cabrera not having a good game. We could put I think we'll put Zahovic up front, I think. It's a bruised knee, so it's not twisted. So that's already changed in game. We'll demand a little bit more from them. We need to work on our shots on target. Only 3 in the game so far. Half an hour to go. We'll do Cabrera for Zahovic as the front man. Get a few, I say fresh legs, fresh aging legs in Zahovic, who had an amazing season last year. I don't think any of us expected him to perform as well as he did in an NK Zagreb shirt. As Mikel Arejo comes forward, lays it into Guigon. Guigon comes forward out to Alberto on the left-hand side. Alberto all the way across to Thiago Arejo. Thiago Arejo puts a cross in, it's blocked and goes for a corner. And hopefully this is us now growing into this game and we're going to extend our lead. Guigon not having the best of games either, or Arejo. We've got a few poor performers out there, to be honest. I'm going to do the change that I said. 20 minutes to go. We're going to drop down to this. Now, this used to be big team away tactic, and now we've changed it so that it's very similar to what we play at the moment. It's just that we swap the attacking midfielder for a holding midfielder. You can play a deep line playmaker on support so that we're not too defensive. And we'll go with that and see how it pans out, because it's been a tough little game so far. Vera not playing well at left back. We haven't really got anyone that can come on for him. Thiago Arejo as well. Let's demand a little bit more from them. Yeah, focus. That focused them, which is good. They're overwhelmed and nervous, so it should be okay. 83 minutes. 5 minutes to go. I'm going to leave it, and then we're going to put all the team to rest, I think, after this game, so that we can go into Celtic with a very strong team. Hopefully Tuanzebe's injury won't rule him out of the game, but I will take a 1-0 lead. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything. Should not have said anything. Valencia heads it away. That's boomed away, and there goes the final whistle, and we get our 1-0 win against Dinamo Zagreb. I'm just going to say Well done, lads. That was a good win for us. Calmly. Calmly. Don't scare them. Don't startle them. But there we go. Celtic. Celtic is up and coming. Tuanzebe is out for a day, so that's not too bad. And Dijon boss was looking at Cabrera. Well, annoyingly, if you want to sign him, you can still pay $2.5 million. But yeah, I didn't think he would want to have a new contract at the moment. But anyway, let's rest everybody. I can now go back to available, filtered. Let's rest this, including everyone that was named on the subs bench. Training, rest. We'll give you 2 days rest. And we'll be back for the game against Celtic, unless there's any big news before that. Excellent. So Cabrera no longer wants to leave and is happy to stay at the club, which means we are going to try and get rid of that release clause, which I think will be fine. We'll give you 8k, you can have 4k, you can be a rotation. We'll give you a bit of a big loyalty bonus, but we'll try and knock your agent fee down. How do you feel about that? You feel wonderful? Excellent. Right, that is a complete 180 on Mateo Cabrera, who is now staying at the club. Mateo is a Freiburg target. Well, you need to make a bid because PSG are paying us £10 million. So if anyone wants him, right. This is one of the strikers I was looking at, Inaki Goni from Sunderland, bringing him in on loan. Good finishing, good pace, good acceleration. I think he'll be a good player to have around. Not the best history. I mean, signed by Sunderland, scored 1 in 2. Didn't perform brilliantly. Loaned to Coruña, 1 in 17 in the first division. Now, we're not at La Liga division standard, so it's... I think I'm going to do it. I can't remember how much we're paying. Eight grand a week. I'm going to cancel it. I'm going to cancel it because I think we've got the money to be able to actually go and buy an amazing striker. I think it could be a very busy transfer deadline day. Put it that way. I think it could be. Monaco have made a £5.75 million bid. That's not 10 million, is it? Why would I accept that when I've already accepted a £10 million bid? There we go. There we go. Pavcic can go. Yep, you're never going to play first team football for us this season, so off you shoot. Okay, an interesting one. We've had an opportunity to sign a goalkeeper called Saul, who's rated a 78 by the scouts. I think we should get him in. 2.2 million. I think it would be a good thing to make. He's an interesting rotation, so we can get him in. It will give us good competition in the team. I'm a little bit wary of this 5.5 million, but that's okay. Let's see if he goes for that. We'll put rotation, but we'll give you 4.5k. We'll give you 120. Okay, he's happy with that. That's alright. I think it's always good to have options in goal, isn't it? It's always good to have options. So this will give us 3 good options at the club. We've been told that Mateus Palacios would be a quality signing. Don't quite see it myself, to be honest, for that amount of money. 3.7 million. I don't really see it. Meyer is a Sunderland striker who I was interested in. He's actually been rated as a useful signing, not very good. No, I think we could probably do better than him. Zagreb squad to be confirmed. So, Nkolo, no, I don't want him in. What are you moaning about? Oh, confused by Marco. Marco, you confused everyone in your press conference, mate. It wasn't your best. Yeah, that'll be our team. Confirmed. The squad doesn't need to change. No reason for that. So let's get into the Celtic game. So here's an interesting one. We will get to the Celtic game. But Dinamo have made an offer for our young goalkeeper. 16 years old. We've signed into a full-term contract. Looks like he's got good potential. I think we're going to try and get more out of them than this. We'll go for 50% and we'll lock that in. And then we'll say you can give us 100k. Okay, they're willing to talk. They're willing to talk. Let's exclude all of this, but then they can put in the installments if they want to. That's acceptable. There we go. Is that... Yeah, that'll be alright. He's never going to get in our first team. Metz, Nantes and Real San Sebastian have put in offers for Paul Pogba, who still doesn't want to move to us. Damn it. I was hoping that would be the one that I got on deadline day and would surprise everybody, but no, he's not going to be there. Veselinovic is currently training very well and doing well. Zagreb fans are hopeful. And here we go then. So, I think we're going to line up with the slightly more defensive formation. And I think it's going to be like that. Do we have anyone on the bench that I probably like Josh Da Silva, I think, in this game, rather than Gronley on the bench. Da Silva just gives us a bit more variety, a bit more option. Everybody's well rested, so that's good. So we'll hand that over to Marco Toss to go and tell the boys how I want them to play. And we'll be back for kickoff. Not kickoff, the team lineup page. That's what we'll be back for. So here we are then, 4-1-2-2-1 for this game. Valencia sits in the holding midfield role because we're away at Celtic Park. They line up in a 4-1-2-2-1 as well. So many English players, or English-based players. Maitland-Niles, Meffam, Luke Shaw, Damari Gray, Smith. Well, that's enough, in it, to go through. They've got one Celtic person from real life. Callum McGregor is still there. 34 years old, in the middle of the park. He'll probably be pretty influential for him, but hopefully we can run rings around him. Let's get, what should we say? Let's assertively say, we're underdogs and that'll suit us down to the ground. It's been a while since we've been underdogs, but passionately there's a lot more to come from absolutely everybody. We'll let Marco Toss do the instructions. We'll let him do that team talk as well, even though he's got a habit of pissing people off. But here we go then, into Celtic Park. We go and play. This is a massive game for us. Win these 2 legs and we get into the group stages of the Champions League. Lose them and we go into the Europa League, which is something we don't really want, but maybe it gives us a better chance of winning it if we're in the Europa League. Who knows? But they've had one shot, we've had one shot. Theirs was on target, ours wasn't, and now they've just become slightly focused. So we'll demand a little bit more and go and get into the game. Orejo's picked up an injury, yellow cards flying around. He's got a foot injury. Could it be a broken bone in his foot? Hope not. Johnston with a corner. Swings it in for Celtic. It goes across. It's headed away by Valencia. Gray takes his time to get there. Damari Gray. He must be getting on a bit now as well. Up to Henderson. Into Welsh. Welsh shoots from range over the bar. And not really troubling Mina in net. We still haven't had a shot. Maybe going to this defensive formation wasn't the right option. But Tuanzebe's on the ball. Into Veselinovic. Veselinovic up to Stoyak. Stoyak out left to Alberto. Alberto looks to get past his man, back into Stoyak. He's got Orejo next to him and uses him. Out right to Thiago Orejo with his foot injury. Into Cabrera. Oh, there's a defensive mixed up and Cabrera pounces. Second goal of the season. Vindicated for not selling him. He scored an away goal against Celtic at Celtic Park. And Stoyak here laid it across, who worked it really well across the midfield, all the way across. Orejo with a cheeky back heel to his namesake. In it goes to Cabrera. Really poor back pass from Schurz. Cabrera pounces. Goalkeeper from that range has no chance at all, and that puts us 1-0 up with an away goal at Celtic Park. Lovely stuff. Still though, not creating enough chances. I mean, that's our only chance, and it was because their defender passed it to Cabrera. But Celtic aren't really troubling us that much either, which is fine. I do think we might change to the attacking midfield position, but Cabrera looks to bring this one away. He's got a lot of space to run into, but not really real support. Shoots her from miles out on his left foot. It would have been a fantastic goal if it had gone in, but it was quite far away. Vera, long throw into the box. Schur gets it away. Gray's tackled on the edge of his own area, but Maitland-Niles picks it up. Back to Gray, back to Niles. And Celtic are looking to build from the back. Not a lot of attacking impetus, but are they going to look for a long ball over the top? McGregor to Smith. Back to McGregor. Played behind him, but he still keeps control of the ball. Luke Shaw into Meffam. Back to Luke Shaw again. Goes all the way back to the goalkeeper, and Patton has a lot of time. Goes long, and can we get on the end of that? No. Henderson knocks it down to Smith. Smith for Celtic. Out to Damari Gray. Ex-Leicester runs forward at the defence. Puts the ball across. Johnston's there, and Mina touches it round the post. And just about keeps it at 1-0 Zagreb. This will surely be the last effort of the half. Johnston ball in. Henderson can't get there. Smith picks it up on the edge, but that is half time. And we've really struggled to... We've got the lead, but we've struggled to dominate this game. I am going to say we appreciate the efforts. That's fine. But I think we will... We'll leave it a little bit longer. I do feel like we should go to that attacking midfield formation. But while we're winning, I guess that would be a bit of a stupid thing to do. But corner, Johnston swings it in towards the back. It's tackled, it's on the line, it's bundled in. Is that going to go down as an own goal? It does, off the back of Jose Mina. Oh, he's unlucky. Not really much he could do about that. It was a good corner whipped in from Johnston, and it went all the way to the back post, and then it was sort of hit against him, tackled Meffam, and the defender on the line tried to keep it out. It hit Mina and went into the back of the net, and that is Very disappointing. Okay, what do we do? Valencia is actually having a good game, so I'm not going to take him off. It's going to be Mikel Arejo that comes off. We're going to go into that formation, switch you two over, and then Mikel Arejo is going to come off to be replaced by Guigon, who has been, as I said, started the season pretty well. So hopefully this will allow us to get to the next step. I think the next step will probably be Zahovic on for Arejo. Although Vera's not having a good game, 6.5. I'm wondering if we're going to go and buy another left back. Potentially. But it's 1-1, so it's alright. Ronaldo has scored for Porto. That's a throwback to a really good player. Another Englishman comes on to replace Damari Gray. So Celtic have really been stockpiling the Englishmen. We'll take Arejo off for Zahovic and Vera off for Da Silva. And we will match them up and take all of our subs. As Smith comes forward for Celtic. He's not really got too much options. Into Sharp. Sharp, he looks like a big lad. Plays against it. Valencia can't get their shot. Goes past the post from Henderson. And it's still 1-1 here at Celtic Park. And there's a lot of work to do. Demand more. Sims, corner. There's another corner. Scherz, it's off the line. It falls to Smith, who shoots over the bar. Great defending on the line there from, I think it was Stojnic at the back post, who has that back post job. Cabrera picks up a yellow. I'll be happy with 1-1. I feel like we could take them. I mean, they've absolutely dominated us, but Guigon puts the ball in. Tuanzebe, Zahovic! I won't take 1-1 when we've got a 2-1 lead. Luka Zahovic, LZ90, back on the score sheet. Hashtag LZ90. Get it in the comments. What a player, what a man. Guigon with a call to the back post. Tuanzebe back across. Zahovic left unmarked, sort of thied it in. LZ90 gets us a 2-1 lead. 2 away goals, and there's 10 minutes to go. As Smith comes forward into Okufelix, which is a great name, into Sharp. Sharp, the big lad, comes forward, shoots, it goes past the post. And that's fine enough for me. This is good. This is very, very good. We'll praise them because I'm very happy. So we'll come back. We're so much more creative with that attacking midfielder in there. I think in the second leg we are going to have to do that. Looks like Porto are definitely going through. Shakhtar could be going out. And Olympique Marseille look like they could be going through as well. As it ticks down, and this could be a wonderful result to get us into, well, to go to the second leg with quite the advantage. 2 away goals, a 2-1 win, LZ90 on the score sheet. Get that hashtag in the comments, that would be wonderful. Team talk, passionate. People had written us off today and you've gone and proved them wrong. Celtic Park is a tough place to go, and it was very good to go there and get the win, which is lovely stuff. Thiago out for 7 to 11 days. Ouch, a stubbed toe. How can you be out for 11 days with a stubbed toe? Ridiculous. Right, we're going to leave it there because I'm very wary that I've been recording for quite some time. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure. But for now, I'm out. Hashtag LZ90. Cheers.